I'm Brian,
And I'm Alison.
and we've just finished writing.
The Good Bee, a celebration of bees and how to save them.
So this is our book all about the wonderful world of bees and the world that they inhabit, and
it's also a journey because we became beekeepers about 13 years ago, and through keeping honeybees, we
learned about nature, and we understood the importance of bees, because bees are so important in the planet, because all bees only get their food from plants, and it's the plants that once they've been pollinated by the bees, the plants go on to produce nuts and seeds and fruits, which are so important for humans, but also animals and insects around the world. So without the bees, we wouldn't have the food that we have to eat.
Yeah, every 3 mouthfuls we eat is pollinated by bees.
And so the bees are so important, and there's not just the famous bumblebees or the famous honeybees, but there are 20,000 types of other bees around the planet.
Well, probably 25,000.
25,000 other bees, and most of them are what we call solitary bees. So we talk about the solitary bees, we talk about the stingless bees, we talk about the social bees, and we talk about what do we talk about?
Well, we talk about our relationship with bees through history, because
so that's bees and mankind.
So Homo sapiens were honey hunters right from the start.
So a little bit about the history of that, and then we talk about how we can go on to the threats that are facing the bees.
So industrialized farming practices and urban sprawl means that bees have lost, huge amounts of food and habitat.
And we're talking about and the herbicides and the pesticides as a problem. And then once we've talked about that, we talk about how we can save them. We can save them by better planting, by better understanding how we can use our farmland, and what we can do in the cities to better help our insects and the pollinators and the bees in the city with better planting. So we talk about that. So it's a book about all the wonderful different types of bees there are, the problems they've got, and how we can save them.
But first and foremost, we want to try and introduce people to some of these bees that they've never heard of before, like the hairy-footed flower bee, and by getting to know them and understand them and falling in love with them, then we feel that people will want to save them, and then they've got a chance for the future.
There you go.